We're back with more Inside Nickelback Here and Now. I'm Paulie Chronopoulos here with Chad, Ryan, Mike, and Daniel of Nickelback as we discuss the new release Here and Now. Before we get back into the chit-chat, can we rock my favorite?
Yes.
Buckle up, kids. Kiss it goodbye. Back inside Nickelback Here and Now. That's Kiss It Goodbye. As Mike would say, actually, that song makes my socks go up and down.
There you go.
Right there.
Right.
Cool. Oh, man. Okay, so you guys have started embracing social media, which you haven't really done in the past. You kind of just got really active this last year or so.
Yeah.
Who's the most active? What's the reasoning behind that? Jumping
Well,
on now?
textually active. You textually active.
Well, we can't get enough stalkers, so we sort of stalk ourselves on the internet and let everybody watch.
Exactly. It's just such a great way to be able to have direct contact with fans.
Yeah, I've always done it because being a drummer, we always have to hustle for work. So I was just always so used to using every means available.
Yeah, you've been in the band since 2005, dude.
It's hard to those are old habits, man. It's 10 years of hustling, right? So you just don't stop it overnight.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm like, so when they fire me, I got to have something else lined up, man.
Yeah. Not a lot of twittering going on in 2005.
All right, let's check out another track from Here and Now, Lullaby. We are back with the guys inside Nickelback Here and Now. I think Lullaby is one of the standouts on the record, and I actually hear there's kind of a cool backstory on how that song came together, yeah?
Yeah. There was... my mom was working in this before we even lived in Hanna, Alberta, because a lot of the fans do know that we're from a little town called Hanna. Before we lived there, we lived in a really small town of about 800 people, and it was called Oyen. And we had this babysitter who was just fantastic. She would always look after myself and Mike while my mom, she was actually just slinging drinks in a tavern in the
Wow.
one hotel in this town. I mean, it was really small, and we were living in a trailer park. I mean, this was way back in the day, and I think I was 4 and Mike was 6, and this wonderful babysitter that we had was so good to us. Her name was Arlene, and one night someone came to the door and told her that her boyfriend had actually died racing his motorcycle out at the airport. She obviously got extremely upset, and then after the friends left, she just had a little bit of a breakdown there in the house, and she reached over to the stereo, and she started turning up the music really loud, so Mike nor I would hear her just almost convulsing into the floor, and she was pressing her her face into the carpet and crying so hard because she was hoping that she wouldn't wake up Mike and I. But I was 4 years old, and I heard the music go up a bit, and I was scared, and I came to this look out and see what was going on in the living room, and there she was, and it was I didn't know till years and years later what had actually happened that night. But once I told that story to a couple of guys in Nashville that I was sitting with, they're like, dude, we have to write this song. We got to write that song. It's going to be great. And I just said, I've got this title, Just Give One More Try to a Lullaby. And it's about people that have that hopelessness feeling, that feeling of not wanting to carry on with that amount of pain, and letting them know that they're not alone, and there are people there that are there to talk to and that love them. And this is supposed to be a point of inspiration. So that's where Lullaby originated from.
There you go. Yeah, it's definitely one of the standouts. I dig that song a bunch. The new album, Here and Now, out November 21st. We'll be back on the Nickelback Radio Network. All right, it's time to wrap up this beast that is known as Inside Nickelback Here and Now. I'm Paulie Chronopoulos here with the guys discussing the new release Here and Now, which will be out Nickelback Monday, November 21st. Mike once told me after the first round, I think it was the first round of touring, All the Right Reasons, I asked him whatever happened to taking a year off. And he kind of responded to me with, there was a little bit of concern that maybe if you were gone that long that people might forget about you guys a little bit, which I think it just shows how grounded you guys are. Do you still feel that way, or do you kind of feel like Nickelback fans are just always going to be there no matter what?
It depends on when you ask us that. If you ask us at the end of an album cycle, at the end of a 2-year touring cycle, then we would definitely tell you it's time for Nickelback to go away for a little while,
We're sick of us at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And then there are other times, when a new record is coming out and we're anxious to get out there, and we've been just getting a ton of feedback from the fans wanting, they've been begging us, when is the new record coming out? When are you guys going to come to our town? And that's a great feeling, that's what's wonderful, to be back in that position again.
It's the fine line. It's the eternal fine line of anything, of like, you want people to want you and miss you. as an artist or whatever. But you also, you've got to.
He's talking about his mom.
I'm talking about my mom. Yeah, I'm talking about your mom actually.
Whoa! My mom.
Over the line, Smokey. Over the line.
My mom always misses you, Ryan.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I'm emailing his mom.
Whoa! He's tweeting his mom. Whoa, that sounded terrible. That sounded terrible. No, but it's the truth. It's like if you hang around too long, then people kind of get sick of you. So it's that you got to find that sweet fine line of making people miss you that they want to see you. So.
Absolutely. Chad, next song we're going to play is an acoustic gem that lovers caught in the friend zone, if you will, that you have called very special. What makes it so special to you?
I think just the story. It's just the story of it that I think is something that a lot of people can relate to. Being caught in the friend zone and wanting to tell that other person that, you might have more. This could be somebody that you're in high school with. This could be somebody that you work with. This could be somebody that you just see every day or just hang out or whatever it is. You're buddies at the moment, and you want to tell that other person that you want to take it to the next level, but you're terrified that they're not going to reciprocate. And I think that, it's happened to me a couple times in my life, and I think it's happened to a lot of people, and I think a lot of people can identify with it. So yeah,
here you go.
That's why I think it's special.
Very cool. So here you go. Don't Ever Let It End. We are back inside Nickelback Here and Now. That's Don't Ever Let It End. Actually, the last track on the album too, right?
Yes.
Chad, I've actually seen you literally ill before shows and then go out and absolutely crush it. Yes. You guys. No, this is a moment of seriousness. I'm reining you in because you guys have become one of the most dependable and just killer live bands there are. I've never seen you postpone a show. I've never seen you cancel a show. Why not just postpone one once in a while or do a makeup once in a while? Why do you always just power through it?
Well, because
it's just in your makeup.
If you went out the night before in Salt Lake City and Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer were playing, and they all invited you down, and then you were going to go hang out with the fellas, and you wind up just completely smashed out of your mind at 5 a.m. That's not really fair to the people in the next town, is it?
Wouldn't be very responsible.
Not very responsible. There's not a lot of responsibility in rock and roll, but that's where I kind of draw the line. It's like, you know what? Suck it up, Buttercup. You were having a ball last night, putting Dave Mustaine in a headlock, so you can probably,
always fun.
Yeah, you can probably take a couple Advil and get up on stage, and you know what? A couple tunes in, it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Nobody puked on stage yet.
Not yet.
So speaking of the touring, has anything started to come together yet?
April. We're going to start April. The powers that be are contacting arenas in a town near you and trying to solidify the first leg right now. And here we go again, and I've got my fingers crossed that we can come in on budget with this thing, because I literally want the entire arena to lift up and move across town and drop down, and so it'll be the best gag ever when you exit the arena in your cars a mile away.
How about the biggest, baddest rock show that's come to your town that won't even fit in your arena? How does that sound?
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's dig into one more, shall we? This is Trying Not to Love You. Trying Not to Love You, inside Nickelback Here and Now. I am Pauly Carnoblis. Time to wrap things up. Tell us last thoughts on the album. What do we got? What can people look forward to in the next couple weeks, days?
Well, we're coming out. We're coming out on November 21st. We're going to be playing all over the map. We're going to be doing a ton of TV performances and stuff, just letting everybody out there know that we've got the new record coming. And as we've already discussed throughout this last 60 minutes together, and sort of shown as we've played all these songs, there literally is something on there for everybody. So there you have it.
Guys, thanks a bunch for taking time with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, man.
And thanks to everybody for listening. Remember, Here and Now, out November 21st. This has been the Nickelback Radio Network.
You've been listening to Inside Nickelback, Here and Now, hosted by Pauly Carnopoulos. This program was produced by Michael Parrish for FMQB Productions. The executive producer is Fred Dean. Associate producer is Mike Bacon. Special thanks to Joey O at FMQB, Dunner and Jeff at C Fox, and Mike Easterlin and Mark Abramson at Roadrunner Records. You can find Nickelback's new release, Here and Now, available as of November 21st on Nickelback Monday. For more information on the band, visit nickelback.com. Thanks for listening.